It's Madden NFL 24, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints, and it comes your way next.
The first open back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis here at the Superdome. But Charles, these Saints, after a good run from 2017 to 2020, they've kind of been middle of the pack the last couple of years, 7-10 a season ago. What's their recipe for turning things around?
I think continuing the short passing game that they're known for, and see if some of their playmakers can make some short passes into longer plays. And then on defense, continuing to pressure quarterbacks in the pocket. They tend to get after them pretty hard.
And then for the visiting Bears, they want to wipe the slate clean from 2022. Now, working in their favor, we've seen plenty of teams in the NFL make big turnarounds from year to year. What can the Bears do to just get back closer to maybe 7-8 wins, Charles?
Well, they want to coalesce all this young talent that they're accumulating and guys that they've brought in from the outside and start to build a culture, a feeling around this team that they know they can compete week in and week out.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
It's going to take some time to adjust to seeing Carr running out in a new uniform instead of black and silver. It's black and gold. 35,000 yards and over 200 touchdowns with the Raiders. The Saints more than willing to let him air it out all game long to a talented group of pass catchers in the Big Easy.
Carr going to throw right away. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Now a man picked up after 2 years in Detroit. It's Jamal Williams. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Good, strong run by Williams. And who had him eclipsing the great Barry Sanders in 2022? He set a new Lions franchise record and led the NFL with 17 rushing touchdowns. Also had his first career 1,000-yard season and earned a nice free agent contract from the Saints.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. That strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run it again with Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Carr. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? It used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. And his throw here is incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and it's third down.
Let's go now, let's go.
Now Carr. Oh, and that is incomplete. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who threw for over 17,000 yards at Division II Shepherd University. Now trying his skills at the NFL level. Rookie Tyson Bagent.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Their partner guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
3rd and 19.
They'll look to throw here.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Tries the left side and finds Olave.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw here.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
And that's something we didn't see very often when Tremaine Edmonds was in Buffalo, him rushing the quarterback. He's been a tackling machine throughout his career, but maybe the Bears get him a little more involved in the pass rush, as we just saw there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Mooney, the motion man right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that one too wide and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
He gets this one to Johnson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Carr. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Second and 6. Olave motioning to the left. And they'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make it 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kicks away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Bears! Tyler Scott, 68 yards. And the Bears strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. That's the second time in this first quarter he's had a ball and lost it.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are wondering about his focus right now. They also wonder, will they phase him out of the game plan? I think they're going to try their best to find a way to get him kick-started. They need him.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Carr to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Brian Brzee, a first-round pick there on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll set up a throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, they'll throw. Complete. This is Lewis. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Following the made field goal, out instead is the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick this away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Saints' 3rd-round pick back in April. It's Kendre Miller, and he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Carr setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taylor now to return it. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best.
Exactly.
Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Up the middle, Johnson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the football game, and you hate to give away possessions, but instead of forcing something downfield on 3rd down, that was a wise move to just get it to the sideline.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll run it again with Miller. And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Carr. They set up the screen to Miller. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Carr going to throw. Finding Miller once more, complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. On play action, now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears now ready to take over again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And powering through at the 35. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. Pushes him aside at the 45. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Alontae Taylor.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And now at this point in the 1st half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
They'll hand it off now, Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
But now it's 3rd down. clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Following the made field goal, out instead is the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick this away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Again, it's Carr. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Now here's Trenton Gill now.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Carr to throw.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Second down and 3.
To throw, it's Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Playmaker, step up right now. You ready to roll? Let's hit it. Get it, baby.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within 4. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Running from the gun, Johnson. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. This is Homer. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mooney, the motion man right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 58 yards. And the Saints have retaken a third quarter lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to get going again. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Former Panther, it's Deontay Foreman. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now he'll try to run with this. And shedding through the tackle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
The throw over the middle, taken in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and a couple. Moore, the man in motion. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Now that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now the point after try for Santos. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. There's just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
111 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a 1st down.
A quality run by Kamara, who's the same dependable and often spectacular back the Saints drafted in 2017. Another season of nearly 900 yards rushing and 500 receiving yards.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his 1st drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Thomas has got it, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now Carr. With a catch made by Johnson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They run. It's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Kamara trying again, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Saints have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
There he goes, left side. Can't tackle it. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 82 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. get right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them, a big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Now Carr on the bootleg.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 176 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Well, an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 11 more on that one and another first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line and linebacker 2nd level in the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Yannick Ngakoue providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Give Ngakoue credit on that play and for what he's done throughout his career. He's been on 5 teams across the last 4 seasons, but has never stopped producing. At least 8 sacks every single year, and he's still only 28 years old.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle, Johnson. Now the ball comes loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, in this situation, they're making the adjustment to be more aggressive. You got to wrap that football up.
Yeah, it always amazes me that people don't understand that well because you're going to come in as a defense. The first guy makes the tackle, you try and stand up the ball carrier, and here come the rest of the guys trying to knock the ball out.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They run it on first with Foreman. Fighting through. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. Touchdown! DJ Moore, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead, and that's what he did.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Carr going to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. 7 yards there and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Johnson running left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Carr now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Carr now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Try to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know what we need, baby. What we got? Let's do this, man. It's about what we got. It's all about
2nd down and 8. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. So it's the Bears who come away with a victory, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, he really carved this defense up, didn't he? Threw for almost 400 yards, had 4 touchdown passes, and when he gets back to the locker room, there's a game ball definitely in his future. I can guarantee you that.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.